Today, the word copywriter has become more of a misnomer. You could start with an idea which is as simple as a tweet which goes on Twitter. From there on, goes and becomes an ad copy for a television commercial. That's why creating content for social media is fundamentally different from creating content for any other platform. A mix of platforms ranging from Twitter to Facebook to LinkedIn makes this an even more interesting process. Today's topic is how to create content for social media. This is Content Friday, and I am your host Suraj Divakaran. If you've read the various reports which have come out recently, what you will realize is the human attention span is dropping. From the earlier 8 or 10 seconds that we had, now we hardly have 6 to 8 seconds to capture someone's attention. With everybody having access to a smartphone, people can simply scroll through your content. They have hardly 4 to 5 seconds to decide whether they have to consume your content or not, which makes creating content for social media an even more difficult process. An average person looks at his phone 150 times a day. So that brings us to the question, how do you create a piece of content that entices the user to continue reading it? So in my years of experience when it comes to creating social media content, there are 4 or 5 simple rules that I've followed. The first rule is to understand how the algorithm functions. So irrespective of whether you're creating content for a TikTok or a Facebook or a LinkedIn, always try and understand how the algorithm works. Algorithms on social media platforms govern how they decide what kind of content works on that platform. But in general, any algorithm, whether it's an algorithm on Facebook which is EdgeRank, or whether it's an algorithm on LinkedIn which governs what kind of content works on that particular platform, looks at fundamentally a couple of factors. One, how frequently you post content on that platform. Second, it looks at the quality of content basis the vanity metrics it collects, which is likes, share, comments, clicks, etc. And there are certain factors that an algorithm optimizes for. So if you look at any social media platform, they don't want you to leave the social media platform and go to another website. So for instance, if you're publishing a piece of video content, the social media platform will always optimize for native video over YouTube links. So if you're posting a YouTube link on a Facebook, it will not work because Facebook wants you to upload videos on its own platform rather than diverting users to YouTube. So besides looking at the frequency and the quality of the content published, also understand factors that the algorithm will optimize for. The second aspect that you really need to look at is front loading of content. So while creating content for social media, always follow the inverse pyramid. As I mentioned earlier, people's attention span is getting lower and lower by the day. So it is important to front load content. So while creating content, always follow the inverse pyramid. So what the inverse pyramid does is it provides the most important information right at the beginning of the content. So let's say for instance, you're creating a piece of content for LinkedIn and you have about 240 characters to talk to your audience. You would want to include the most important information in the first 120 characters of your post. The third aspect that you really need to look at is what is the objective of the piece of content that you're creating? Is it to educate, entertain, or to inform? Now, depending on what your objective of your content is, you have to also understand whether that objective works for a certain platform. If your objective is to really entertain, it works on a platform like Facebook and Twitter. It probably might not work for a platform like LinkedIn. If your objective is to inform, it works better on a platform like LinkedIn. The fourth aspect that you need to look at is what is the emotion that you're targeting. Do you want your content to be humorous or relatable? If you want your content to be relatable, then you have to bring in regional nuances so that readers in a particular locality can connect to your content. So for instance, if you're talking to readers in Hyderabad, you can talk of local cuisines in Hyderabad and connect it back to your content so that the users can relate to the piece of content that you've created. So to summarize, the 4 aspects that we spoke of today are: 1, to understand how the algorithm on different social media platforms works. Second is front loading of content. using inverse pyramid. Third, to understand the objective behind the piece of content that is created, which is to educate, inform, or entertain. Fourth is to understand the emotion behind the piece of content that has been created. I hope you found the content useful. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.